So we are on our way over to Original Pete's to talk with the head manager, Mr. Rob Geach. Talk to him about how this overall outbreak has affected him and his business. So, see you then.
My name is Rod Geach. I'm the owner and general manager of Original Pete's Pizza. We've been here about 15 years. Company started in '87, and it's been a tremendous run out here in Elk Grove, and it's a wonderful community to do business. Normally, we have a nice lunch and dinner crowd, as well as takeout and delivery. Dine-in generally about 65 to 70% of our business. So we're used to having a dining room with a great many of our regulars and very familial experience here. And so to have that shut off was a little bit strange for everybody, and everybody would certainly like to get back to the normative days of running a full-service sit-down restaurant. And our linen company, obviously we're not using the linens, but they do aprons and towels and mats and things of that nature, so we have them in a more limited capacity. Our beer and wine, obviously those sales are really, really down because of the lack of the dining room, so we're not getting those replenished as quickly as possible. Food-wise, we're about the same. We're really moving a lot of food, but you're also now in a lot of you're doing more in takeout products in terms of bags and napkins and things of that nature. So we haven't really, from a food standpoint, we haven't really lost too much. From an alcohol standpoint, we have, and then for vendors, just simply the vendors that more cater to in-house. Those orders have decreased, but all of the vendors have been very well in working with us and working with everybody. So they've really had a seamless transition to this, and we appreciate that. What you do is you have to just run with a very, very small crew. But we did lose servers, we lost bussers, we lost dishwashers, and that's a big departure from what we do. We have them waiting, so as soon as we're given the green light to turn the dining room back on, we'll be more than happy to bring them back. And until then, we'll just continue to go forward with the takeout delivery element. You are down in terms of volume and numbers, but nonetheless, that's all right. We're willing to work through that. Although this is a difficult and challenging time for everybody within this industry, this is an actual opportunity. I mean, when you are only using one element of what you do, or two of the three elements of what you do in terms of takeout and delivery, it affords you the opportunity to really focus and do a very, very good job on that. I think it builds a better foundation for us with our guests that we already have. If we could build a stronger foundation, I think this is it.
So right now we are driving through the neighborhood to go see a family friend of ours that owns a moving company. So we're going to go talk to him about how this whole outbreak has affected him and his business since he owns it with his uncle. It's a good insight into what an essential business is having to do during these times.
The name of our business is Frank Relocation. We are a moving company. We do household, commercial, and industrial. My name is CJ Frank. I'm the owner of the company, along with my uncle, who is Robert Frank. So business was amazing. I mean, I hadn't seen business going like it had since pre-2008 when the economy took a dump then. We were set to have a record year this year, and then out of nowhere this coronavirus hits, and here we are. I've got about 10% of my business going right now, and I'm down 90%. So I have not had to lay off any employees, but I have cut employees' hours way back. Like I said, we went from doing 10 to 11 jobs a day, and we're lucky if we're doing 1 or 2 a day right now. The biggest challenge that we've had, honestly, it's just been a lack of business. It's been the fact that, even though businesses stop, basically, the bills still keep coming. We still have payments to make on vehicles, overhead, and all that stuff. So they're just kind of roll with the punches. So that's kind of what we're doing, hoping that on the other end of this, it's even better than when it initially happened. So.
Thanks for joining me again. We're actually now on the road again to go see a friend of mine. He's actually my hairstylist and my family's hairstylist, actually. To talk to her about how this whole outbreak has affected her business. And while we're at it, we're also going to go interview the head coach of Warriors Fitness. It's a small gym here in Elk Grove, so we're going to talk to Mr. Charlie Zamora about that as well.
Yeah, so my name is Charlie Zamora. I started the gym in 2010, April of 2010 here in Elk Grove. Our business name is Warriors Health and Fitness, and I run that business with my wife. I am the head coach, and I own the gym with my wife. She helps me run the business there, right down the street here off of Elk Grove Boulevard. Yeah, so business was jamming. I mean, we had the best economy the country's ever seen. We saw a lot of people participating in fitness. A lot of people recently have really seen the benefits of physical exercise, specifically in the group setting. And we've always had a very strong business, and we've always had a really good group of core people, but we were seeing more and more of an influx of people coming in and being willing to be vulnerable to learn more than they normally would at maybe like a traditional gym where they didn't have as much instruction or help.
After the shelter-in-place orders went into effect, how has your business been impacted?
So our business has been impacted by the shelter-in-place, one, because in the list of businesses that were supposed to be shut down immediately, they by name mentioned gyms. So what's been interesting to me is that federally we've not been asked to shut down our business, but our state, the state of California, has asked us, and we do a lot of work with the city of Elk Grove. We actually are the wellness providers for the city, so we train all of the city staff, including police officers, the SWAT team, sworn and unsworn officers. And so what we've seen is in the private sector, working with the city and then also in our gym, not only do we have to close our doors, which made a big impact because on-site training couldn't happen, but what I've been saying is I don't like to say that we've closed. What I've said is we temporarily suspended on-site classes. So what we've done from there is we've taken equipment, we've loaned out close to $50,000 worth of equipment to our membership, and we're running WebExes, Zoom classes, Facebook Lives, and still finding ways to communicate with them and make that investment. And then with the city, we're doing the same thing. And if you were to perceive that there was a negative effect, I think the only negative effect is the ability to see each other face to face. There's a human connection that I think is greatly desired by most people, but we've been able to facilitate a portion of that by doing these online classes. So can I go to my business? No. Is it changing my routine? Yes. But what's most important is as a leader in our community, I want to make sure that people are healthy and they're safe. And then ultimately, as a leader, you have to be able to see that your city and state are setting out guidelines that are only in their perception the best interest for you. And I think as a leader, you have to have the diligence of following those.